Hey Libras, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for April 11th through the 17th of 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link because the signs are different. All right, so Libra, this week we just had a new moon last week, so it's about integrating a lot of these new beginnings. And for you, that's been specifically involving your routine, your work, or anything you do on a daily level. So this is where the sun is. You can be gaining a lot of energy, in fact, right now by working on things like your self-improvement, developing your crafts at work, organizing things in your life, whatever it might be. You can be enjoying that, in fact, which has been Venus. And Uranus has been helping you see the the freedom that comes from organization and self-improvement and helping others improve as well. So that's been the new moon, and today, this week, we're going to have this integration with all of this, of taking action with that, any new insights you've had in regards to that, and just starting to move forward with whatever you might be focused on in that everyday level. Now, this week, we do have some very nice aspects, in fact, with Mercury. Mercury is going to be forming a grand trine in the sky. Venus is trining up to Mars on Tuesday, so collectively some nice energies. Here on Tuesday for you guys, this is Mars trining up to your ruler Venus. So you guys could be feeling quite direct, quite assertive this early part of the week, which is quite nice. Again, this is maybe for you to put some energy into that routine or time and energy management stuff there in the 6th. Now, vice versa, Venus can help you enjoy where you've probably been quite intent lately, which is on cultivating your values, or on your financial material life, or maybe in terms of cultivating your sense of self-reliance. Now, this has been a more serious area because Saturn's been here, and so you guys are reflecting on all that stuff. But Mars has been recently in here, so you guys are very driven with that. And this week, with this nice aspect, you can actually enjoy maybe a bit of that cultivating the finances, enjoying the simple pleasures of life, being grateful for what you have, connecting to nature and the material world in that sense. Now, Venus does, of course, rule your 8th house as well, so you guys could be quite direct in terms of things that are meaningful to you and intimacy this early part of the week. And likewise, Venus trining up to that Mars rules your 7th. So with relationships, you might find those interrelationships and those one-to-one connections quite enjoyable as well. Now, at the same time, on Tuesday, Mercury does sextile up to Neptune, and this has been a Mercury already in your 7th house of relationships. So you guys may have found that over the past roughly week or two, depending on when you're watching this, there's been this more wanting to understand relationships, maybe communicate more in relationships, maybe on that light social level, maybe do some of that exchanging of ideas. And so with your mind here, there's a lot of good insight, a lot of good communication going on in that department this week, and you can probably find it quite easy going, at least in the early part with this sextile from Neptune. Right? And this has been a Neptune in your 5th, helping you connect to your self-expression, your passions in life in a way that is through letting go and allowing it to come forth. And you can probably find all of that quite easy as well. Now, the grand trine with Mercury starts here on Thursday. And the first trine is going to be with Jupiter and then Pluto later over the weekend. So in terms of this pretty much all week long energy to Jupiter, this has been Jupiter in your 11th, helping you see what's possible in the future. Helping you see what's possible in terms of cultivating your dreams and wishes in life. Now, a lot of that's reflective because Jupiter is retrograde, but still a great week for that, cultivating those things. And on a more mundane level, for some of you, might be involving groups or friends, community things, innovative, progressive things, you can find quite supportive. And again, it's this more other-oriented group energy that's been very strong for you, is directly supporting your relationships, your one-to-one connections, right? Which is what makes this week actually very good for all types of either ideas, interrelationships, group things, maybe light socializing, etc. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that Mercury does rule your 9th and your 12th houses. So you might find that you guys are probably seeing the adventurous spirits of life, but again, of those possibilities. Could be easy going this week since Mercury rules the 12th. And again, it's a very insightful week, and you could be learning a lot about relationships, I feel like. Maybe some positivity with that, some inspirations, or for some of you, actual opportunities with that. Now, over the weekend, the trine up to Pluto is suggesting that there's been a lot of transformation and change with the way you communicate, with the way you think about things, with your mind. And all of that transformation is now creating a good support for you to really express the deep truth or communicate it. And to use this deep mind in a way that's supporting your relationships, your understanding of relationships. Right? So good weekend for actually diving deep within self. Again, re-examining these areas, these areas, these air houses. And through that examination, you'll probably find a lot of, again, insights, doors opening. The deeper you dive, the more you uncover. And again, it's so you can have this healthy sense of communication and thinking, healthy sense of inspiration about the future or group things, and also a good communication and understanding in your relationships and just in your relationships in general. So that's the week in a nutshell. Now, over the weekend, Mars is going retrograde, followed by Pluto going into next week. So as we approach the weekend and then going into the next 3 months, it's a good time to continue to reflect on these values of yours, which you're probably already reflecting on with Saturn, right? Your sense of self-worth, your self-reliance, maybe rehash the financial material security in your life, your assets, the things you enjoy, where you've been putting in this energy. And that's what the retrograde with Mars is all about. It's re-examining where you've been putting your energy in regards to your values. Re-examining these things. Now, in terms of the Pluto, re-examining your communications, that's going to be for the next 6 months. So going into next week, rethinking about, again, the thoughts, the communications, what old thinking patterns, what old communication patterns need to be let go and transformed for you to then have this spiritual liberation, which is what Pluto is showing you in regards to the third house, of releasing the fears, releasing the attachments of the mind and the, in this sense, outward communication of it. All right, Libra, so have a fantastic week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.